wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rolls in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you right designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around, that's how I tease her. Been having my way since a little, I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a fuck how close we is, you cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything, you don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley, I'm trying to drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently, now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down, trying to show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn, we don't even want to turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody, I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on it, cause you be in your zone.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down.
Quick slant to Watson.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
In motion right, that's Hardman. They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll get this to about the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Now Cousins, sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Cousins on first down. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Rolling to his right.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here we go on 4th down. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. On the run, this is Gray. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Pacheco, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Pacheco once more.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play fake. Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Cousins now. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Again, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On play action, it's Mahomes. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A first down throw for Cousins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A second down throw for Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes fighting Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the red zone now, Cousins. Flush to his right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They'll run here with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Cousins rolling to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. There he goes left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He lets one go deep for Addison. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Open man right side is Rice.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. Down the right sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and my goodness, another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness.
And McKinnon is in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Being chased out left. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Cousins now on 2nd down, sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they will take a knee here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I